Okay, so let's dive right in. We're doing a deep dive into Deb Dana's work today, which is really about the practical side of polyvagal theory.
Exactly. Not the heavy, complex science,
Yep.
but more about how you can actually, use it in your daily life.
Right, and the core idea, which I think is just such a relief for anyone listening, is that you don't need to control or fix your nervous system.
No, not at all. The goal is to befriend it. And that whole shift in perspective starts with understanding the body's, its constant surveillance system. It's called neuroception.
Neuroception. So that's the silent automatic scanner that's always running in the background.
Yeah, it's always on.
And it's constantly asking that one question, am I safe here?
That's the one. And it answers that question using cues, things like tone of voice, facial expressions, predictability.
So based on those cues, it decides whether to go for a connection
Or protection. It always prioritizes survival.
which is a perfect lead-in to mapping out those survival states. And it's so important to remember that shifting states isn't a failure. It's a protective response.
Absolutely. It's just what the body is designed to do. So the anchor, the home base we're always aiming to return to, is the ventral vagal state.
That's the green zone, that feeling of being calm, present, open.
Exactly. Engaged with the world. But if your neuroception senses a threat,
Then you move up into the yellow light, the sympathetic state.
right, mobilization. That's your anxiety, your anger, that restless feeling. It's your body getting ready to fight or to flee.
And what happens if that doesn't resolve the threat?
Well, then you fall back on the oldest defense we have, the dorsal vagal shutdown,
The blue light.
the blue light.
Yeah.
And that can look like numbness, brain fog, complete exhaustion.
Just feeling totally disconnected.
Yeah, it's the body conserving energy because survival means shutting down when all else has failed. It's not laziness.
Okay, so knowing the map is one thing, but when you're actually in that yellow zone, how does this theory help you get back?
That's where Deb Dana's tools are so brilliant. It starts with identifying your anchors.
Anchors, so things that actively signal safety to your nervous system.
Precisely. Cues that help your body remember what the green zone actually feels like.
So like, what's an example?
Well, they can be external, things you notice outside yourself, like listening to a specific song or even just noticing the color green in nature.
Okay.
But they can also be internal, like tracking the rhythm of your own breathing or focusing on the simple sensation of your feet on the floor.
So you're basically building a personalized library of safety experiences you can draw from.
That's a great way to put it.
But there's another piece to this that feels huge. The idea that co-regulation comes before self-regulation.
Oh, this is maybe her most powerful insight. How do we learn to settle ourselves? We learn it first through safe relationships, through another person's calm, attuned presence.
So healing happens in connection, first and foremost. We learn it from others before we can do it for ourselves.
Yes. So when you're using a breathing technique on your own, you're really tapping into a resource that was first built and modeled for you by someone else.
And when you start practicing that on your own, what's the biggest hurdle?
It's the mindset shift. It's letting go of the judgment. So if you notice you're in that blue zone, your first thought might be, I'm so lazy.
Right. The inner critic.
You have to replace that criticism with curiosity. Safety has to replace shame.
So it's about just noticing the shift without labeling it good or bad, maybe even just naming it. I'm sensing dorsal right now.
Yes, that's an invitation to return, not a command to fix yourself. And if we look at the big picture, success isn't about getting rid of the yellow or blue zones entirely.
That's not realistic, right? Life happens.
Exactly. Healing is rhythmic. It's not a straight line. Shifts are going to happen.
So the goal is really just building the flexibility,
Yeah.
the capacity to make that return journey home a little faster and a little less exhausting each time.
That's the regulating truth. Your nervous system adapted to keep you alive. You don't need to override it.
You just need to listen to it
Yeah.
and gently guide it back home.
When that path becomes familiar, your life becomes more flexible and connected, even when things are hard.
So here's a final thought for you to chew on. If our body is always sensing for predictability to feel safe, what is one small routine or rhythm you could introduce into your week to create a greater sense of safe predictability?